What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Tony D2 Wild checking in once again. Tony Digital bringing back another 10 fucking. I always get it wrong, man. 1080p visual, man. 1080p visual, man. Back with another bang today, guys. We are reacting to my head is somewhat hollow, man. It's crazy. We're reacting to my man Seth Fowler'S top 10 most anticipated sneaker releases of 2021. I want to hear from the man himself. My man makes great vids. Seth Fowler, salutes to him. He comes through the Pokemon streams. He comes through the chats from time to time on the lives on this channel. So why not show my man some love? I think we've reacted once or twice to some of Seth's vids over here. So, you know, why not? Why not give him some love over here and check out and see what he likes 2021. I actually did one of these recently. So I want to see what he has to say and let's see what we agree, if anything or if all, you know? So let's go ahead and check it out. Salutes to Seth Fowler. Seth, if you're in the building, please comment down below. Let him know you're in the building.
Oh, man. New year, new sneakers.
Let me go ahead and do this too now. You know what I'm saying? We'll hit that like, and we will make sure to put the link to this video in the description.
It's always a good thing. Hold on one second. There we go. You'll understand in a second. What's up, everybody? I'm Seth Fowler, and today we're counting down the top 10 most anticipated sneaker releases of 2021. Thanks so much for tuning in today. Make sure to hit that subscribe button down below and that notification bell if you haven't yet, and also make sure to give me a follow on Instagram and on Twitter at RealSethFowler.
Did he take the Yeezy off because everything on this list is going to be Jordan?
This is one of my favorite videos to do every year because it gives us a chance to look forward at some of the best sneaker releases of the upcoming year. And just like a lot of recent years, especially last year, it looks like this year is going to be really great for sneakers. And hopefully, unlike last year, we won't have another global pandemic slowing us down, so we'll just have to wait and see, but hoping for the best. Actually, if you guys would like to check out my most anticipated sneaker list from last year, I've left a link in the top of the description below, and you can see how well some of those sneaker releases actually panned out. You know, now that I've got an iron shirt and we've got most of the lint off of it, we can get started. Coming in at number 10 is the Air Jordan 1 Hyper Royal.
I like those. They didn't make my list. I like those, but because they remind me so much of the turbo blue, the turbo greens that recently released last year, which I'm selling right now. It should be available tonight because I'm dropping the video at 9 p.m. After I get done with this video, this one right here, I'm gonna go and put those on the 2 hours closet. So they should be up by now.
In a very similar look to the Air Jordan 1 Turbo Greens, the Hyper Royals also feature a distressed suede upper. Obviously though, the main difference between these two shoes is the fact that the Hyper Royals come in blue rather than sort of a washed out green. In addition to the distressed light blue suede, the shoe also features a white leather upper accented by a gray Nike swoosh. Also, another detail that was not included on the Hyper Royal colorway that was on the Turbo Greens is that stupid text on the midfoot. I hated that text, and thank God it's not on the Hyper Royals. The shoe features a very bright hit of darker blue.
That was just someone over at Jordan Brand thinking they knew about the culture and they wanted to off-white effect, you know what I'm saying? They wanted to make it cool with the letters on the side, and yeah, that's all that shit was.
On the Nike Air tongue tag, which really accents the overall look. And then rounding off the sneaker, you've got a gray suede ankle area and a gray outsole. While this new Air Jordan 1 colorway might not be one of the most popular Air Jordan 1s of the year, it's probably one of the most wearable. The Hyper Royals just have that look that you can throw on every day and they just work with everything. But I'm sure because they're an Air Jordan,
I'll say this for a fact, that one right there, I like this one way more than the Turbo Green, so I definitely could see myself potentially holding on to it. And one of the reasons why I like it a lot is because it has somewhat of a denim type of look to it. That denim type of look is way better than with the Turbo Green, which it did have somewhat too, but this has way more of a denim type of look, like a distressed, this washed, I don't know, something about it, but yeah.
One, they won't be that easy to get, and you should be able to grab a pair if you can grab a pair on April 17th. Next up at number 9, we've got the Air Jordan 6 Carmine 2021 Retro.
Automatic, we already know that, Seth. I'm surprised you had it so low on your list, but let's find out why.
Last time this shoe released was back in 2014. It was actually the year that I graduated college, and that was right when I didn't have any money at all, and I really wanted to buy a pair of them. I even won a raffle, but I just couldn't afford to buy them, so I just never got them. So I'm especially excited for this release because it's finally a chance for me to grab one of my most coveted Air Jordan 6 colorways. The Air Jordan 6 Carmine first released back in 1991, so this shoe is releasing to honor that 30-year anniversary. The good news is, if you're specifically an Air
30-year anniversary. It's my 30-year anniversary.
Air Jordan retro head, this shoe should look identical to the 1991 release.
Am I an old nigga?
And of course, that means that there's going to be Nike Air branding embroidered onto the heel in red. The rest of the shoe comes in that classic Air Jordan 6 Carmine look with white leather details on the upper accented by red suede. And listen, even if you're not a fan of the Air Jordan 6, the Carmine colorway is one of those classic colorways that you kind of need in your collection if you're a Jordan fan. And as of right now,
So let's think of something, right? This is the 30th year anniversary on the 6. Last year, then I guess 2020 was for the 5. So the 5, I guess the fire red dropped with that on the back, right? So then before that would have been the 4, 2018. But they didn't really do nothing too special because I think they had dropped those cements. Well, no, they did the bread. Was the bread in 2019? I'm just trying to see how is Jordan Brand really been like. They are doing it now for those reasonings. They're doing these anniversaries for these reasonings, but are they doing them? Like, are they doing them for the reasonings? That means probably in 5 more years. If we're in the 6, my bad, 4 more years, then we'll probably be no 5 more years. 5 more years, we'll be seeing maybe a Concord drop again or something. You feel me? All right, I got the bread 4 right here. I want to see what the bread 4. So. I just want to see, like, the bread 4 dropped in 2019, so yeah, that was the 4 year. So then in 2018, did we get something from the 3? I think we got the free throws, right? Oh, we had the black cements, okay. So 2017, did we get a 2? Let's see. We had the decons, all the decons. That was, and then we had the Just Dawn. That was about it. And then 2016 with the ones. I mean, there's Jordan 1s every goddamn year, so I don't think anything really special. Oh, nah. So 2006, we had the band. Yeah, I mean, it seemed like they've been doing it then. Band, black toes. Yeah, okay, so that was that. Just to show y'all real quick. 2016, Jordan 2. 2017. See all the 2s? There's not that many. They didn't give the 2 that much of love, but they did give it on the 32 or whatever the fuck they were doing. Yeah, they were doing those 32s, remember? My mouse just like just died on me. There you go. So yeah, okay. They didn't drop the 02, like the original though. And then 3. Well, you know the rest. I don't think we need to keep doing it. Yeah, I got the point. But yeah, so they've been doing it. They've been doing it for a minute then.
Expected release date for the Air Jordan 6 Carmine 2021s is February 13th. Coming in at number 8, we've got a very interesting.
Basically, every year is the 30th anniversary. So next year will be the 7s. All the 7s will be hitting 30. Then the 8. So yeah. And look, bam, he hit it, number 8.
Triple collaboration with the Sakai, Fragment, Nike LD Waffle. So this shoe takes all the design elements from the Sakai, Nike LD Waffle and incorporates that sort of Fragment DNA. And what I mean by that is that they made the shoe white and blue and they added a Fragment logo. Now while that might not sound like a huge change, the hype on this silhouette is definitely going to be insane. And interestingly, the design of this collaboration is actually a little bit more tame than previous Sakai, Nike LD Waffles because they've really simplified the colorway into just white and blue. And
be honest, this shoe is plain as hell. It's boring as hell, right? I put this one on my list. It's very boring. It's very plain. There's nothing special about it, in my opinion. It's like a Dior 1. But I know the sneaker world. I know the hype beast. Sakai and Fragment. Fragment is going to bring out, like, the not to be funny when I say this, but, like, there's hype, the current hype beast, and then there's the old hype beast, right? The old hype beasts are like the Blake Linders and even Kais, you know what I'm saying? They've moved on. There's new hype beasts now that like Sakai's and Unions, like the Harrison Nevilles and shit like that. This is gonna basically have them have kids, man. Like, this is like the merger of the two or some shit. You feel me?
different shades of blue. Currently, I don't have any Sakai Nike LD Waffles, and it's definitely a silhouette that I kind of regret getting rid of, so if I have a chance to grab these for retail, I'll be picking them up. The construction and overall material usage on this shoe is pretty similar to that of the previous Sakai Nike LD Waffles. You've got some suede around the toe, which has the Fragment logo pressed into it. You've got two leather Nike swooshes, and instead of sort of a see-through mesh on the toe, you actually have more of a nylon mesh, which, to be fair, does line up with some of Fragment's previous Nike collaborations. At the moment, there is no confirmed release date for the Sakai Fragment Nike collaboration, but expect it to drop sometime in spring 2021. Next up, at number 7, we've got the Air Jordan 4 Lightning 2021. The original Air Jordan 4 Lightning was one of the very first online exclusive Air Jordan sneakers ever released. The Air Jordan 4 Lightning first released back in 2006 and unfortunately has not retroed since. Not only was this shoe insanely limited, which definitely drove up the resale price of the sneaker, but it was also one of the only all-yellow Air Jordan 4s ever released. In fact, almost the entire upper of the shoe comes in a bright yellow.
I'm getting a little nervous, Seth. I feel like you're gonna do some weird shit, bro. You putting all the good shoes already out there, so you're gonna be doing some weird stuff at numbers 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Yellow suede or nubuck material. That bright yellow is accented by dark gray and black hits throughout the upper, a white midsole, and a black outsole. And honestly, as far as Air Jordan 4s go, this is probably one of the most popular Air Jordan 4s ever made. I think the popularity of this shoe is due to not only the insane exclusivity of the sneaker, but also that really bright colorway that people aren't really used to on Jordan 4s. But even though it's been rumored for the last couple years that this shoe is going to be dropping in each respective year, it looks like in 2021 we're actually getting this shoe on August 7th. Now that's really all I know about this sneaker. I have no idea if it's going to be limited, which I would expect that it would be, but I don't know how limited, and I'm also not sure if this shoe is going to be an online only release like the original, because that would be kind of cool. But who knows, we'll just have to wait and see. And then at a very fitting number 6, we've got the Travis Scott Air Jordan 6.
Now, I saw this shoe today. I didn't know about it. I think I seen this one like way earlier in 2020. You know what I'm saying? Like way earlier. This should have made the list. And I even said in my honorable mentions that the Travis Scott Jordan collab will be on that list. It was an honorable mention, but I just did not know what, because you got one lows they seen recently. You seen the alternates, but those supposedly are never releasing. These, I guess, are releasing, so it is what it is, man.
British khaki. This shoe would obviously be a follow-up to the wildly popular Travis Scott Air Jordan 6s that dropped a year ago. From what I can tell, the overall construction of the shoe remains relatively the same. The only real difference is the colorway. As the name of the colorway would suggest, the shoe comes in tonal khaki, which is essentially just browns and tans. You've got sort of a light brown on the midsole, a lighter tan color on the upper, and of course that stash pocket near the ankle of the shoe. As with the original colorway of the shoe, this British khaki variant of the sneaker still features bright orange accents on the Jumpman and on the pull tab. And honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if the shoe glowed in the dark like the previous pair, but no one's confirmed it yet, so I don't really know. Over the last couple months, Travis has been seen wearing this shoe, so we know at least a sample of the sneaker exists, but for some reason, it looks like this shoe is actually releasing. I don't know why people seem to know that, but people seem to know it. So it looks like the shoe is actually dropping, unlike some of his previous samples, which never made it to market. And as you probably could have guessed, there is currently no release date for this sneaker, but expect it to drop sometime in 2021. Coming in at number 5 is the Air Jordan 1 University Blue. Now
this one was like pretty low on my list. Bro, Seth, you need the lint roller. This shit is bothering me now.
Every year we have a couple Air Jordan 1 releases that are fire and are color blocked really well. And this year it's the Air Jordan 1 University Blue. The University Blue AJ1s come in color blocking that's very reminiscent to the Chicago ones, except of course switching out the red for blue. Now what I like even more about these is that not only did Jordan Brand decide to switch up the color, they also decided to switch up the materials, and the blue accents on the upper actually come in suede, which in my opinion gives the shoe a slightly more premium look and feel, and it's something that I'm really excited to get my hands on. Obviously, the blue color on the upper is inspired by UNC, which is where Michael Jordan went to college, hence the name University Blue. In addition to that blue suede on the upper, you also have some really nice white tumbled leather, which is accented by a black leather Nike swoosh and a black accent around the top of the ankle. The University Blue ones are a simple, extremely clean look that I know will be one of the most popular sneakers coming into 2021.
South Beaches, are they on this list or not? Them South Beaches, where they at? Where they at, Seth? Where they at?
If you're trying to grab a pair of the Air Jordan 1 University Blues, you should have a chance to grab them on February 20th. However, it's going to be difficult. Next up at number 4 is the TomSachs Nike Mars Yard 2.5.
These people went crazy over these shoes, the originals, so I understand. But these, to me, dumpster juice, sauces McPatty melt biscuit.
This shoe is the follow-up to the wildly popular TomSachs Nike Mars Yard 2.0s. However, the shoe has been upgraded with higher quality materials to make it more durable overall. The Mars Yard 2.
This is definitely a flip though. I'll flip the shit out them bitches.
2.5 features a light cream-colored mesh upper accented by brown suedes and a bright red Nike swoosh. In addition to that, you've got a light rubber outsole, which I believe is a free outsole, and it also features a black toe cap. And unless you get really close and examine the shoe, that black toe cap really seems like the only change that they made on the sneaker. What's interesting about this shoe is that Nike actually are allowing people to wear test the sneaker before it comes out. In fact, if you applied before December 31st, you had a chance to wear the sneaker for a whole month, but then you had to return it back to Nike. Now, actually being chosen to wear test the sneaker in January is probably very unlikely because I think there's only 8,000 pairs made total. And I'm talking total worldwide release. And come to think of it, this might be the most limited sneaker on today's list. This might be the hardest shoe to grab. And unfortunately, not only is the TomSachs Mars Yard 2.5 going to be difficult to grab because it's limited, but also because we don't even know when the sneaker is releasing. So if you really want a pair, make sure to stay tuned to Nike for updates. Coming in at number 3 is the Adidas Yeezy 450 Neurial. It's always exciting when...
Okay, respect. That was number 2 for me. So number, I think it said 3 or was that 4? I can't remember. Is that number?
Updates. Coming in at number 3.
So we're getting close.
3 is the Adidas Yeezy 450 Neurial. It's always exciting when a brand new Yeezy silhouette finally releases, and the 450 is a shoe that we haven't had a release of yet, even though we've been seeing leaks of the shoe for years at this point. The 450, originally called the 451, is a sneaker that features what seems to be a foam outsole that actually wraps up onto the upper of the shoe like fingers. It is a unique shoe to say the least, but after wearing the foam runners for like 6 months, I'm excited for it because I love the foam runners, and this just seems like a more premium version of those. In addition to the foam midsole, the upper seems to come in a very simple fabric or knit material, and there doesn't seem to be much padding in the upper whatsoever. And as far as colorways go, I'm not even exactly sure what the Neurial colorway is, I just know that that's the name of the first release. Based on images of Kanye wearing this shoe, I would assume that it's the light
Kanye wasn't rocking them right.
tan colorway, but
I feel like they need more structure though. They're dope, in my opinion. Not to, from the side they look good, to the top they don't. They need more structure though, for sure.
I have no idea. Also, I just gotta say that I think the sneaker looks dope. It's always a sneaker that I've been interested to try, and it's always had that unique sort of organic look that I'm really into at the moment. Love Kanye or hate Kanye, you can't deny the fact that he makes some really insane sneakers that end up being really great overall. So this is a shoe that I'm really stoked on because I feel like
they need structure, they need shape, they need form. It can't just be fully knitted, in my opinion. It needs some sort of something in there to shape it. The toe box needs to be raised. I don't like it just like that.
he's just killing the sneaker game right now. Of course, there is no release date for this sneaker yet. I mean, what would you expect? But the shoe should be dropping sometime in the first half of 2021. Hopefully, because that's a shoe I'd love to review. At number 2, we've got the Air
The shoe I forgot.
Jordan 11 Cool Grays. The last time this shoe retroed was back in 2010. It's been 11 years since the last time we saw this sneaker release. And as far as Air Jordan 11 colorways go, it's one of the most popular. It's funny how a relatively simple all-gray colorway can develop this much hype. It's really one of the cleanest Air Jordan 11s ever made. The Air Jordan 11 Cool Grays come with the medium gray patent leather panel around the bottom of the upper. In addition to that, they also feature light gray nubuck on the rest of the upper and a white Jumpman embroidered on the lateral side. Not too much is known about this release yet because the shoe isn't even expected to drop until December 11th, but I wouldn't be surprised if the shoe features that more OG style patent leather cut, which is a little bit higher than how we saw the previous Cool Grays come. And I also wouldn't be surprised if they made a crap load of these, but even if they made a bunch of them, I bet you they'd still sell out. The Cool Gray colorway first released back in 2000, and since then it's become one of the most popular Air Jordan 11 colorways ever made. And so expect the hype of this release just to be through the roof this year. And then finally, finishing off the list at number 1, we've got the Trophy Room Air Jordan 1 Chicagos. When leaks of this shoe first came out last year, the hype was unbelievable, and that was months before the shoe ever had a release date. And for a lot of people, including myself, this shoe could be sneaker of the year already, even though 2021 just started. The Trophy Room Jordan 1s are a collaboration between Jordan Brand and Trophy Room, which is a store run by Michael Jordan's son, Marcus Jordan. And obviously, this isn't the first collaboration that Jordan Brand and Trophy Room have done together, but it's very possible that this one is going to be the most hyped up one ever. The shoe comes in the insanely popular Chicago colorway, except instead of leather on the upper, you've got some sort of like sparkly plastic. I'm not exactly sure what material it is until I get the shoe in hand, but it kind of has a frosted glass look. In addition to that, the shoe also features Michael Jordan's signature.
So I had mine way up higher on the list, of course, but I did have this shoe on the list. Me and Seth had a lot in common. I think we only had like 2 different ones. The Sachs and then the Travis.
On the heel.
And then the Cool Gray too.
And a milky translucent outsole which allows you to see through to some blue and red stars. Apparently the shoe is going to be insanely limited, which shouldn't which allows you to see through. I think it's limited to just around 12,000 pairs. So if you want a pair of these, expect it to be very difficult to grab and also very expensive on the resale market. I really just think this collaboration came at the perfect time. It's like right at the peak of the Chicago Air Jordan 1 hype. It's also a collaboration with Trophy Room, and all those Trophy Room collaborations are now going for crazy money, and it's limited, and it's an Air Jordan 1, so it makes sense why people are going to be going nuts for this shoe. And if you're like me and you're trying to grab a pair
So
of these,
basically, we got where we messed up at is at the Kobe 16th pink. He didn't mention Raging Bull, which was a little weird. Raging Bull, South Beach, he didn't mention. Kobe 16th pink, I could see where he's not. The Supreme Dunk Low is another one as well. And that's about it. But we did have a lot in common. We had a lot in common. Shout out to Seth Fowler. I'll link this video down below in the description. And let me know you guys' thoughts and opinions on his list. I think it was pretty good. I think a couple numbers were off. We had a lot in common, but our levels were different. Like he had, Trophy Room at number 1. I had that, I think, at number 4. So the Yeezy 451, I think he had it at number 3. I had that at number 2. So not that bad, man. Not that bad. Salutes to Seth, man. It's your boy Tony D2 Wild, man. We checking in. We checking out. Peace.